Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse, weekly Edoverse Insider, the 12th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, Tokugawa-san, may you speak the first?
Thank you, Oksana. Hello everybody, this is Iehiro Tokugawa speaking. So last in the 11th session, I started to talk about religion in Tokugawa, Japan, and that it was not a syncretism of Buddhism and Shinto, but it was Buddhism as the mainstay and Shinto being subject to it. And and then I would like to keep talking about religion in Tokugawa, Japan, and also in the city of Edo. When you come to Japan or being a Japanese, one of the things we rarely talk about is what our religions are. I mean, which sect of Buddhism do I practice or believe in? I don't think two Japanese meet in Tokyo and this kind of conversation never takes place. So it's not that, but our action pretty much follow the Buddhist norms. So I believe that Japan is more or less a Buddhist society, but we never talk about it. And then if you visit Thailand, it's Buddhism all over. So what is the difference? Where has this come from? And this is a puzzle, especially when you think about the fact that during the Civil War period, the Sengoku era, one of the fiercest battles was fought between Oda Nobunaga, one of the three unifiers of Japan, alongside Tokugawa Ieyasu and Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Between Oda Nobunaga and the Honganji Temple in what would later become Osaka. So and Nobunaga really massacred the followers of the Honganji sect. Okay, thousands, tens of thousands, and to be sure, Honganji was a secular force as well. So you can think of the papacy in medieval and Renaissance Europe, and they had their own soldiers and then very dedicated soldiers. So they were a force to be reckoned with. So, of course, in order to unify Japan, you had to pacify these people as well. And then they fought back quite fiercely. And then there were the Christian rebellions in early Tokugawa Japan. But at one stage, Japan ceased to be religious. Okay. And the best explanation for this probably comes from could be attributed to the fact that the Tokugawa shogunate its outlook was very much Buddhist. So Tokugawa Ieyasu, his slogan was "Only Edo, Gongu Jodo," meaning that we hate this world and we're looking for paradise. So the harshness of life, the cruelty of life in the Civil War period, the Sengoku Jidai, was what made life so miserable. So the Tokugawa shogunate apparently tried to make it the opposite. So they tried to make a merciful society within, of course, their limit, with what was possible with a very limited resources and also still underdeveloped thinking about the secular world. But they managed to do so to a certain extent. And that is probably why religious beliefs in Japan became milder and milder, so to speak. I mean, you think of Europe today and then the United States today. Both are Christian societies at similar levels of development, but the devoutness of the population is quite different. And Europe is seen to be much less religious than the United States. But that is probably because Europe has achieved most of what could be achieved according to Christian norms. So that reduces the need for religiosity from society. And something similar happened in Tokugawa, Japan, apparently. And I think my time is up for today. So I'll give the field back to you, Oksana.
Thank you very much. I would let you talk for hours and hours, if I could. Also, please, next, Mr. Gen, could you update us on the achievements we had?
Sure. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everyone. I'd like to update something to you. Finally, we disclosed the white paper. We call it sepia paper because the color is sepia last week. And this sepia paper describes kind of gaming application idea and function. And of course, tokenomics, we are planning to, and tokenize, and what's coming with Edoverse. So I think we could describe whole thing about Edoverse we are having. And last week also I discussed with our partner to proceed a tokenize because we need to define what types of function and what types of requirements needed in this token ecosystem. So once we decided, we cannot get back anymore. So it's super important phase for us to decide and define what types of token and function and blah, 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 something like that. Because Edoverse is covered by tokenomics, right? And this tokenomics, once decided, it cannot be back. This is a blockchain. Everything is, traceable. We cannot change the past because we are the, one of the founder of Edoverse. So we cannot do that. So first we have to define this function and these requirements could be working in this gaming situation and in this merchandising situation, commercializing situation. So we have to imagine that what types of ecosystem is coming to Edoverse. We have to imagine on the very first stage, imagine everything, everything. So we create platform and what types of business is coming onto this platform, and this business is getting profit from where, and who can give this benefit to who by what types of token, something like that. Anyway, so we try to define the requirements on the first phase, and after that we can move to second phase. So on the second phase, we can develop the real system, which is like a marketplace, like wallet connection function, and treasury function. Treasury means, so for example, when we sell our NFT or plants, then we get kind of cryptocurrency like BTC, USDC, something like that. And then we can keep those cryptocurrency, key currency in treasury funds. And this treasury fund is gonna operate kind of trading or funding to increase them. So those functions is also super important for our ecosystem because it's gonna be infrastructure. So we can develop this treasury system as well. And NFT, marketplace, and what other things, maybe gaming application and avatar, something like that. And I think within this week, we are gonna have another meeting with a gaming partner, which is able to describe the avatar with a super real vision. It's not like Polygon, it's not like Legoland, pure, super nice avatar anyway. It's tough to express that, super nice anyway, real one. So we are gonna create nice avatar like Nobunaga, Oda, Ieyasu Tokugawa, and Hideyoshi Toyotomi. It's like as if there's Tokugawa here, something like that in Edoverse. So we can revive them anyway. And then Dominic, you just mentioned that we can put our avatar to for example Shinwa Wise auction, and then we can do some auction and bid and ask or something like that. That's a fantastic idea anyway. So we are now trying to our best to realize this Edoverse ecosystem as soon as possible. And then we finally found a great partner in gaming field and ecosystem field, crypto field. And of course, we are instructed by Mr. Iehiro Tokugawa. So I'm really excited to proceed this project. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ken. And also the next, Mitsushi, what's new in your department?
Thanks, Oksana. So I'd like to share updates and progress about marketing and promotion. Today, I'm going to talk about three things. Firstly, about social media account. Secondly, the strategies for community growth. And thirdly, creatives and promotional materials. On the first level, about social media account, at the point at which we launched our Sepia paper, we created social media account, including Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. Usually, it's a bit early to launch those social media accounts at this stage because we don't have much materials to share or creative to share. But in my experience, taking action earlier is always better than taking action late. So I think we made right decisions right now. And as we develop our UI and UX of the service, and also the symbols and logo. We will gradually share those materials so that we can gravitate attention and increase the number of followers. So we are, I think, going the right path. So even if the number of followers right now is small, don't worry. I knew it. That's what I expected. On the second level, about the strategy for community growth, even like for Twitter and Discord, I think there are two ways to upload information. One is information about Edoverse itself, like the concept of Edoverse and tokenomics and so on. The second part is about sharing what was happening in Edo Period, just like a weekly insider. What we talk about discussing weekly insider, as just Tokugawa-san usually explains a lot of different perspective of life in Edo. That's a very interesting topic as well. So we will upload or share those two different kinds of information in order to get attention and raise awareness and presence of our service. And finally, about upgrades on creatives and promotional materials. This Friday, we will determine the logo and symbols. I think that's going to be the great step forward for the projects. After we determine the logo and symbols, I think we will upload those creatives on Twitter and Discord so that people will pay attention to our service. And I think we will join a blockchain expo this week. Then we will create some sort of introductory video and so on. We will also we will share those kind of materials in our social media account as well. When we have those visual materials, our team members think that feel that the project is going on. I think that sense of ongoingness is really important to solidify the solidarity and membership and sense of belonging. So that's current update that I can share for today. And by the way, I was very very impressed with the explanation from Tokugawa-san that I always think that European society is much more secular compared to United States and Philippines and so on. And I was very sort of impressed that similar kind of phenomenon was going on in Japan during the Edo period. That was very interesting discovery for me today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi. And also, Dominique, could you let me give you the word?
Great. So this week that, as I mentioned, we launched Sepia paper finally. I think that was very remarkable and just explained the many things that we really want to do that in the future. And then now everybody I remembers in Edoverse is just in very high motivations, and then everybody just is very excited and very to just proceed this project now. And then we did at the same time that we announced our PR materials just through the PR Times. And then a lot of investors with Shinwa Wise Holdings really paid attention that, they just made a lot of inquiries. And of course, we made a resulting sort of future project about the project. But in this project, what they are so interested is that they're not talking tokenomics very much yet. They are very interested in the NFT land sale because we're going to sell just around the Tokyo, around Edo Castle. We just divided more than around 10,000 just wards that at the first sale, and then they're pretty much just interested in this and whether they can just join or not. And of course, this is very sort of crypto world things that it's not sort of ordinary procedure that they can just acquire, but this is the kind of property business. So then, as Mitsushi mentioned, that we participate in the blockchain expo from 11th May this week, and that continues just for 3 days until the 13th of May. We just on a promoting stage, but at the same time we recruit the property agents in Edoverse. So some of the professional property agents can involved in this project. So people can just sell and buy the Edo lands NFTs very easily and also flexibly. So I'm really happy that some more sort of influential property agent in the real world is coming into this Edoverse just in this blockchain expos. And also this blockchain expo just also recruits the potential tenants of art complex. So just people just like doing this, creating the art, like artists, or maybe the art galleries, or even collectors can just participate in the art complex in Edoverse too. So I'm really happy that in this blockchain expo that the people just can just coming over and then to just participate, joining our Edoverse. So and then in future, very near future, that we have a lot of project will be completed, and then on the 7th of July, that our first token issue will be taking place, and that time that we're going to just make a big symposium just online, and I want to invite very influential people just to celebrate Edoverse, and that's what I'm thinking. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for talking today, and very inspiring as usual. So I will hear you next week. Goodbye.